Hi everyone, this is Dr. Karamachi. I wanted to talk about sleep issues and this COVID era. So, a lot of people are experiencing sleep problems. I have also experienced sleep problems over the last 2 to 3 months since this whole COVID thing started. I think part of it is the anxiety from watching the news and all the bad news, like how many people are dying every day and so forth. I think that's part of it, but there are other factors. Melatonin plays a big role in body's immunity, and if your body is really taxed and let's say you have a lot of blue light exposure. I work in front of the computer most of the day, so people who have a lot of exposure to blue light from whether from computer screen or a phone screen or whatever screen you're in front of, that can mess up your melatonin, your circadian rhythm. Hi, Patricia. So the melatonin can be released and it can peak at nighttime just before bedtime, and it will only peak if there is no light exposure. And that's why classically when we teach our clients, we teach them that they should remove all the screens from the bedroom, and they should be in a dark room where there's no light exposure. Now these days, a lot of people are on the computer. If they're working from home for Google or Facebook, they're always on the computer or on the tablet, and they tend to carry those things into the bedroom and sometimes lie down with those things. So because of the blue light exposure, the melatonin does not peak, and if it doesn't peak, then there is not enough pressure for the body to sleep. So the body tends to stay awake for probably another 1 or 2 hours beyond your regular bedtime. The other problem with not having enough melatonin is melatonin has a lot of protective effect for the heart. It reduces atherosclerosis. It also has a beneficial effect on immunity of the body. So, on one side, you need immunity, but on the other side, you're doing something that messes up the body's immunity. So one way of fixing this problem is to take melatonin externally. You can buy it from CVS. You can buy it over the counter. It is available in different doses, all the way from zero point 0.5 milligrams to 10 milligrams and even beyond. We tend to use 0.5 milligrams to shift the sleep pattern. So I don't recommend using a low dose, high Linda, high Karen. So I recommend using a really high dose, something like 5 milligrams, 6 milligrams, or even 10 milligrams. And when you take that within 1 hour, you should be able to fall asleep. Melatonin is not comparable to Ambien. A lot of people think that both are the same. Ambien is much more powerful, and it's a prescription drug. It is less habit forming than the older benzodiazepines that we're using. For example, Restoril, which is a generic name temazepam, and triazolam were used for a long time, but the problem is they cause dependence. Lately, Ambien is also known to cause some dependence. It's not as bad as those drugs, and it is restricted medication. So I forgot which schedule it is in, but you need a prescription every month through your doctor for Ambien. So I would go with something like a natural strategy. Try to have a healthy lifestyle, try to exercise every day, and remove light exposure at nighttime, and have a rhythm every day where you have a bedtime routine, whether reading a boring book or something that is relaxing, not watching TV before bedtime. A lot of people also tend to eat late because they're in quarantine. They have a continuous food supply at home. They really don't know what is day and night. They tend to eat even in the middle of the night, and that messes up the melatonin cycle. When you eat late at night, there is a release of insulin, and that can keep you awake for a long period of time. So the good things are you can maintain a good sleep hygiene, and that would really help with sleeping. Obviously, if anxiety is a problem, one solution is to take a benzodiazepine, like something like lorazepam. There are other benzodiazepines that are available. Problem is they're habit forming, so it's hard to get off of them. Also, in the elderly, it is known to cause these drugs are known to cause pneumonia because they suppress the respiratory cycle at nighttime. If you already have a prescription for cannabis, you can use the sleeping version. I think it is indica, and that will help you sleep at nighttime. If you don't have access to cannabis, there are other natural supplements. Some people use what is known as valerian root, starts with a V, valerian root. That is helpful. There are multiple other natural supplements that you can try. I'm also investigating other natural things. It's not natural, but other tools. There's something called chili pad that I've been investigating lately. I have never used it, but I'm studying that. It reduces the body temperature to, I think it reduces the temperature of the mattress to 58 degrees, and somehow that's supposed to cool down the body and make you sleep. And also there's something called a weighted blanket. Some people tend to get better sleep with a weighted blanket. So that's something you can try. So there are all these strategies for improving your sleep. It's very important to sleep in this time and age, because if you're not sleeping enough, there's not enough melatonin released, and the body's immunity can be compromised. So these are some of the tips I wanted to share. If you have any questions about some of the topics that I shared today, feel free to comment below. And also, if you want help with sleep, if you want me to do a one-on-one consultation, send me a DM. I'll be happy to talk to you. So have a wonderful night. I look forward to talking to you all again. Bye.